Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmitt joining disability advocates to find ways Congress can better help people with disabilities. Last summer, lawmakers permanently extended key parts of ABLE accounts, which help people with disabilities build assets without losing government benefits. Senator Schmitt here in St. Louis to explore other ways the act can be improved. It is an issue close to Schmitt's heart. He has a son with a rare genetic condition and autism.
To hear it from someone who's living that, who is, she's Down syndrome, planning for her future, it's impactful. I mean, honestly, it's emotionally impactful to me, and it's probably because that's my life. We live that with our son.
Easter Seals was part of the discussion. They help people with disabilities get a job.
People with disabilities make great employees. They're absent less frequent than most other employees, really dedicated and care about their job, and get such a sense of fulfillment from being able to participate in the workforce just like everybody else.
And there have been multiple bills introduced this year to improve ABLE accounts and expand access, but they have stalled in the Senate.